Kappa League TV.
Hey noobs, Kappa Leaguers and Kappa League parents, I'm John Marshall Jones, and welcome to Season 2 of This Week in Kappa League.
My name is Hunter Goins from Decatur Kappa League, and you're watching Kappa League TV.
Reporting for Kappa League TV, I'm Luke Williams.
Reporting for Kappa League TV, I'm Joshua Hardy.
You're watching Kappa League TV.
You're watching Kappa League TV.
Hello and welcome to Kappa League TV. We're your hosts, Saxton Middlebrooks,
Christopher Davis,
Cameron Davis,
and Emmanuel Ray.
Today we are going to inform you on the importance of what Tampa Kappa League has done so far this year. We kicked off the season with the largest participation in chapter history. There were over 65 young men to sign and join Kappa League this year.
Next, we were invited to the USF versus FAMU football game, where we were honored during halftime. During the holiday season, we partnered with Metropolitan Ministries for their annual turkey giveaway and food drive. During this event, we were able to distribute food and toys to many families throughout the Tampa community.
Another amazing event the Kappa League was invited to was the Toba MLK Leadership Breakfast. At this event, we served as ushers, greeters, and hosts. Then later that day, we marched in the annual MLK Day Parade. Lastly, we attended the Cedar Hill Mental Health Conference. It was an amazing event hosted by a panel of outstanding leaders.
This is just the tip of the iceberg with the Kappa League, and we are just getting started. Stay tuned for more events and recognition coming from our chapter. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our Kappa League TV on YouTube. Thank you.
Who was the first black person to become a billion-dollar business owner? It was Reginald Francis Lewis, a lawyer, business owner, and a historical member of Kappa Alpha Psi. How did Reginald Lewis start on his path to becoming a billion-dollar businessman? Well, he was born in December of 1942 in Baltimore, Maryland. He was an athlete, earning varsity letters. Playing football led to him attending Paul Laurence Dunbar High School because he had dreams of becoming the first black quarterback in the NFL. Reginald Lewis pledged the Alpha Phi chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated in spring '63 at Virginia State University, where he had a football scholarship to play as a quarterback, but that was a short-lived career. He had a line of 14 people, and one of his line brothers, Len Hart, wrote a book about him titled Reginald F. Lewis Before TLC Beatrice. In his adult life, he was an active member of the New York Alumni chapter located in Manhattan. He also made a sizable donation to help create the chapter's foundation for scholarships. Reginald was an associate in a law firm in New York City, opening his own firm soon after. In '83, he formed the TLC Group, and with $1 million he had saved, he purchased the McCall Pattern Company, which he later sold for $65 million. Directly after this, he bought the international division of Beatrice Foods for $985 million, a record for offshore buyouts by American companies. He renamed his company TLC Beatrice International after this. With almost $2 billion in sales, he became the first black billion-dollar business owner. To close, his legacy. He started an autobiography which was finished after his death. The New York Alumni Foundation still has a scholarship luncheon named after him in his honor. He left behind a wife, Loida, who continues to support Kappa initiatives. He also left behind two daughters, Christina and Leslie, who still carry out his legacy. Harvard named the Reginald F. Lewis Law Center after him because of a large donation he made. He is still the only person to attend Harvard Law without being accepted or taking the LSATs. He inspired the future generations by showing us that anyone of any color can do anything, even if it seems impossible.
If it does not fit, you must acquit. Johnny Cochran was born in Shreveport, Louisiana, October 2nd, 1937. As a child, Johnny Cochran's parents instilled a working mentality that would take him out of Jim Crow. In 1949, Johnny Cochran moved to LA. After Johnny Cochran moved to LA, when he attended high school, he was one of 24 black students that attended high school in LA. After high school, Johnny Cochran then pursued a career in law. After graduating UCLA in 1959, he then went to Loyola Law School and graduated in 1962. The reason I chose Johnny Cochran because he was a member of Kappa Alpha Psi through the Upsilon chapter. He was also a lawyer, and he was big during the Civil Rights Movement. He also had a very infamous case called the Trial of the Century, which involved O.J. Simpson, and a phrase that will be remembered: if it doesn't fit, you must acquit. Has Johnny Cochran ever influenced you to make changes in society?
Yes, Johnny Cochran actually has paved the way as a criminal defense attorney.
He's presided over very controversial cases such as the O.J. Simpson trial. And so Johnny Cochran has actually paved the way and now getting more people involved, not just woke, but involved in how they can provide their part in preventing wrongful injustice and discrimination in the United States of America.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Good morning and welcome to Kappa League TV. We're here at Preston Community Garden and we are here with...
Hi, I'm Patrice Rogers and I started Preston Community Garden once my father passed in 2019. He suffered from hypertension and high cholesterol and other dietary issues. So my family's been in East St. Louis for over a century and I just thought that it would be pretty much necessary to transfer the land that I inherited into a community garden, and we grow produce and we do not charge anyone in the community. East St. Louis is a food desert. So like I said, doing a community garden just made sense.
All right, and may we ask what event you guys are hosting today?
Yes, so we just shut down the garden yesterday. So we donated the last of our produce. So today we're having a fall festival. So pretty much a celebration. So we have horses, we have a stage, we have a DJ, we have pumpkin decorating, we have face painting, all kind of fun and festivities. But in addition, we're having awareness and resources. So we have someone coming out to talk about financial literacy, IT security. We have a medical school coming. We have St. Louis University coming to set up a science table. We have a little bit of everything, but a voter registration table. So we have a lot of things to enrich the community.
And my last question, how does this area help the community?
Well, like I mentioned, it is a food desert, so it's really not too many quality grocery stores over here. So we grow fresh produce and we just donate it to the community. And usually what's not taken from the garden, I take it to a food pantry that's 2 blocks away. And I alternate churches and the mosque over here, usually on Sundays.
Okay. And that is it from Kappa League TV.
Hello, my name is Quincy Washington, and this is Kappa League TV, and we are here with a bioengineering project, and this is Dr. Kelly. Hi. That has introduced us with this project, and we have made artificial hands. So I must ask you, what made you come in and actually show this to us?
So I was trying to decide on something that would be hands-on and include a real fancy engineering term that a lot of people may wonder what is bioengineering, and to use materials that are easy to access. So I wasn't sure about what the tech capability would be, and so instead of building something where you gotta have a 3D printer, which is a great thing to do, we can build artificial hands, use some biomimicry by looking at our hands and how it works, and bioengineering to design an artificial hand that serves a function of picking up a piece of paper.
Once again, I'm Quincy Washington, and this is Kappa League TV.
This is Brandon Jones, author of the award-winning College Readiness 101 Workbook Series, here with another episode of the top 10 college readiness tips for Kappa Leaguers. We are on to tip number 7, and that is researching your college funding options. Now, a lot of people understand that this to be financial aid. Financial aid falls into 4 major categories, and that would be your grants, free money that you don't have to pay back. It's generally based on your family's income, so everybody's not going to be eligible, but it's free money. If you can get your education paid for by grants, that's the best option. Number 2, loans. Now, loans are an investment in your education, but you do have to pay that money back. For a lot of students, they may not be able to complete or enter a college without a student loan. Number 3 are scholarships. Everybody understands scholarships and wants scholarships. They could be academic, they could be athletic, they could be merit-based based on your academic profile. Some scholarships are need-based, but those are monies that you don't have to pay back as well. And lastly is work study. It's a federal program that allows you to work part-time on campus and receive a paycheck to help you pay for your college education. The big thing that I want to make sure that I talk about in this tip is the scholarships. When I work with students, we are completing 50 scholarships within their senior year. This does not include any scholarships they've applied to during their sophomore or junior year, but we want to make sure we are applying to at least 2 scholarships per week from the beginning of October to the end of March. That will give you 50 scholarships, and you have to apply with excellence, not just to check off a box and not just to say that you did it. We really want to make sure we're putting our best foot forward, okay? That's what we're doing with scholarships. But also, we want to make sure that you are doing the best things possible to help your parents pay for your college education. Because if you do not do the things necessary to help your parents pay for that college education, you will go to the college that your parents can afford. And for some families, that may not be much. So make sure you are doing your due diligence and researching as much as you can about how to pay for your college education. That's tip number 7.
Hey, Noops. I'm here at the Black College Expo, Los Angeles, and over 10,000 kids are going to show up here today. They have not only colleges, but they also have scholarship money available. Now, I spoke to the president of the Black College Expo. Her name is Dr. Teresa Price. She has submitted to give free tickets to Kappa Leaguers around the country to make sure that our kids get exposure to this. What I told her is, wouldn't it be great if we could promote Black College Expo through our social media accounts, our IGs and Facebooks, to make sure that everybody knows that the Expo is coming to your town and that we could be helpful in making sure to promote her program. She loves the idea and would love to give free tickets to Kappa Leaguers across the country in exchange. What do you think? Hit me up at kappaleaguetv@gmail.com and let me know if your chapter would be interested in getting free tickets to the Black College Expo next year.
All right, good afternoon. My name is Derek Young. I am the Southern Regional Coordinator for Outreach for the California Community College HBCU Transfer Guarantee Program. For any of our California Community College students, you're guaranteed admission into any of our 43 partner schools with a minimum of a 2.0, 30 transferable Cal State or UC units, or enrollment into an associate degree for transfer program. We just added Jackson State, we just added Morehouse, we just added several other institutions. We're going to be adding a few more this year. But I can tell you this, if all you have is a 2.0 and 30 transferable units, you're guaranteed admission to many of our HBCU partner schools. Come on out, contact us, just Google HBCU California Community College Program and you can find us, no problem.
Give me your top 3 things that go into scholarship cultivation.
So, okay, for example, my son, when he was applying for scholarships, Black male, interested in woodworking, from New Jersey, right? And so we would look at scholarships for Black males interested in woodworking. Sometimes we use New Jersey, sometimes we go national, right? And that's how we would start looking at that. Then maybe we'll take out Black male and just say men, graduating students, woodworking scholarships. And then we will play around with woodworking and say, okay, what's associated with that? Furniture design associated with that. What else is associated with that? Carpentry associated with that. And so then we started looking there. By the time we were done, we came up with so many different variations and everything of that nature. Yeah, and so that's absolutely what I would say. And I would use Google. I know they got the Scott, you have Big Future, which is College Board. You have Sally Mae, which you can use too. And there are others, but Use Google. Here's the other thing. Don't sleep on local scholarships. Let me say this and then I know we can move on. If you want to go after the white whale, that's fine. And what I mean by the white whale are scholarships like Taco Bell scholarship, Coca-Cola scholarship, $25,000. Oh, we're giving $100,000, but they're giving one scholarship and they get 20,000 people to apply. And they make the amount of time that you got to put in it, make you go through hoops. To me, if you want to do that, that's fine. I'm not going to tell any student or parent not to do that. But while you're putting that time in there, did you check with your local bowling alley? Did you check with your local veterans of foreign wars? Did you check with your local NAACP, your local churches? Did you check with the store down the street? There was a bowling alley that gave one of my Kappa Leagues $1,200, and he was the only one to apply. A bowling alley.
Yeah, we had another noob that came on named Edward Dawson that did a whole show with us on exactly that concept of mining the local scholarships from your 4-H club, from your local fraternity and sorority organizations, your local professional organizations, National Association of Black Journalists, National Association of Black Lawyers, that oftentimes those local scholarships, sometimes they don't have anybody apply for them at all. And his daughters put together a series of local scholarships that paid for their entire college in full. Hey, are you interested in scholarship cultivation? Which is finding all the places in your local community where they're giving away money and nobody's even asking for it. We've got a great video on Kappa League TV brought to you by Brother Ed Dawson. Check out the link below.
There's 4 types of people in the world. Those who watch the game, those who play the game, those who don't know the game is being played, and last but not least, those who change the game. Game changer. I'm a game changer. Yeah. I ain't come to play the game, I came to change the game. The difference between you and I, we don't think the same. Every day I chase the purpose, I don't chase the fame. The reason we ain't the same, Mr. Hodge ain't your name. I ain't come to play the game, I came to change the game. The difference between you and I, we don't think the same. Every day I chase the purpose, I don't chase the fame.